Hello everyone, this is Final Gamer, and joining me once again is FreezingInferno as we find ourselves trapped on the Dagobah System.
Nice driving!
Well, I'm sorry, but the coordinates were all wrong. I'm not very good with longitudes.
Right.
So, welcome to the place we're going to be staying in for the next half hour. And someone called this the sewer level of the game. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good description already. And the big thing about Dagobah System is there is a shit ton of new creatures to mess around with. There's occasional old ones returning, like those plant things that shoot at you. Then there's these annoying jellyfish, and these weird things that pop out of the water now and again that just like to screw with you.
You know, this kind of makes sense. I mean, Hoth was like, why are there so many things trying to kill you? It's a frozen barren ice rock. This is a lush swamp filled with... Oh!
Yeah, that was level 1. We're doing quite well. We had to find R2-D2, it's okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, Dagobah is comprised of a few levels. Again, this is the game unnecessarily padding itself out. Like, we've already had a few levels where we did not need them.
Yeah, like, oh, Han Solo goes through the base. Then, Han Solo goes through the base. Again!
Or Luke gets off his Tauntaun and goes to the snow speeder. That was the most unnecessary.
Okay, I gotta say, I gotta like how the vines that are blocking the scenery there are pulsating. That is a really nice effect. Jeez.
Yeah, visually and audiously, Dagobah is really nice. Because, firstly, there's no music. It's all just atmospheric sound effects. It's really nice.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah. Occasionally there'll be a musical sting that pops in. Also, this guy is unkillable. I have tried. He literally cannot be killed. I think it's the only unkillable enemy, and I have no idea why. It's just a nuisance. Those guys with the huge muscles are... You do not want to mess with those. They'll wreck your shit, like the creatures from Hawk. I can't remember the names exactly.
They're buff. You mean the little yetis that froze you?
Yeah, that's it. This is the Dagobah version. I just run away from them.
It's not quite palette swaps, but it's still the same operating principles.
At least it's not a palette swap. We'll give them that. It's very maturity in this whole area. Like, there's a whole bunch of new creatures to mess with.
It's really neat, I gotta say.
Yeah,
and as I was saying before R2 popped up, that it does kind of make sense that there's a bunch of new shit on this planet.
I got tired. I didn't die. I just got tired and had to lie down. The scenery was really nice.
Okay. Yeah. I believe you. I believe you, Final Gamer. But, yeah, Hoth was a frozen ice rock, so it's like, why are there 45 million sorts of enemies running around out there? But this is a jungle.
Yeah.
You don't understand the wildlife thrive. And it's accurate to the movie. The movie had all sorts of weird shit in the background and in the water.
And that's murdering the wildlife.
So,
now, I find something very interesting here. I found a force power a little earlier in the game. Yes, we get force powers in this game, and the reason why this video is a little longer is I'm going to show off all of them. Or at least do my best.
But you haven't even found Yoda.
I just know I have the Force. Just trust me on this. So I'm trying to figure out how to select these. You press select, and then you use L and R to select them. The first Force power is slow down, which literally just slows down every enemy around you. It's quite neat. It's action shot.
Sound bad?
It's not bad. It probably has much better uses in later levels, but this is definitely a nice starter for force powers. And force power-ups are their own recharge power-up as they were, because you actually get these little green glowing balls to recover them.
I was about to ask that, how you replenish the Force.
You do pick them up now and again. You have to pick them up in order to replenish the Force. It sadly doesn't come back on its own. Also, I found Yoda.
Oh my god. I didn't even notice that he was there. It was like this little green thing.
He just sort of turns going, dipshit you are.
Oh my god.
So, we finally found the Yoda, and now he's going to train us with the deepest commitment, patience, and the most serious mind, which, oddly enough, is exactly the kind of things you're going to need for the next level.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
The rest of the video, well, more or less, is one level. So, have fun.
Stuck in eternal limbo you are!
So, one good thing, once you go into a new area, like your health, your force power is recharged to full. So, this is cool. We now have the force abilities, and we can use them. And we will be finding all of them in this level alone. And not because the game wants us to.
What? Why? What?
Because okay, this whole area is one huge slog towards a boss. And there's a lot of things to find, a lot of things to explore, and like it or not, I'm going to be finding every single nook and cranny of this one level just to find out all of them. So this is the preamble to the boss, with this thing. I have no idea what the hell this is.
You're on the back of a Dagobah water. I don't know.
I'm having Secret of Evermore flashbacks.
Oh boy.
Which would be a better game, honestly.
What? Really? Oh my.
Yeah.
Well, at least it doesn't have snow speeder segments. I'll give you that much.
Yeah. So this whole section is just grinding for health and points to get lives. That's really all you're doing to here, because the developers knew this part was going to be a bitch, so they were like, okay, let's help them grind by having a shit ton of enemies come down and just constantly give them health and that. If you climb up on these, ledges? Yeah, platforms. Ledges. If you climb up on those, you'll find secret extra stuff. And I do find some, but it's going to take me a while before I discover any of them.
And this is auto-scrolling, too. So.
Yeah. The side-scrolling is what makes it difficult. I did, however, find 2 big hearts and a shield, which is great to help you for the boss.
Okay. So,
welcome to the boss of the Dagobah System, the Habogad.
What?
The Habogad. It's Dagobah in backwards, because we didn't give it a name.
Bless you.
So, tactics-wise, this boss isn't difficult. It's just, it has a massive hitbox to wreck you with, and it takes away about 1/5 of your health with every hit.
Oh, peachy.
Yeah, that entire center where the jaws are closing, that's the hitbox of death. You get anywhere near that, you get hurt. And I'm trying to use slow down, and it doesn't work on the boss itself, but it works on his projectiles.
Okay.
You also notice that he has a huge health bar, and I have not done a single point of damage to it.
Oh my god, what?
Because I have to take off his eyes, his warts, and his sinal cavities before I have to murder him. I literally have to disembowel his face in order to kill him. So, get used to seeing that ugly mug for the next 22 minutes.
Become a surgeon with your lightsaber, you must.
Yeah. He's, like I said, tactics-wise, he's not difficult. He just throws a lot at you, and he has a big hitbox, so he's difficult to avoid. So, yeah,
that's
this
the
whole
worst
part,
kind of difficulty.
Yeah, it is. It's not, like, unnecessarily difficult. This is still better than the Snowspeeder. Anything's better than the Snowspeeder. And I like this level, to be honest. I kind of like the fact it gives you a preparation, a sort of preamble, to give you a chance to grind for lives. And, you know, you die, well, you just gotta try again and be better. It almost kind of speaks to me about the whole Jedi training thing. Maybe the reason why this level will be like that is because the developers were like, we gotta get the feel of arduous labor and Jedi training in a video game. And what better way to do that than by bashing your head against a boss over and over again?
We did that already. It was called the Snowspeeder level.
But we weren't learning the Force yet. That doesn't count.
Yeah, well, we didn't learn the Force before we met Yoda, but we got the goddamn slowdown, so...
True, fair enough. So
See, I got a good defense. See.
no, that's fine. So these enemies will just drop random things. The fish and the eels, they don't drop anything, and they're just there to annoy you. They're not really a bother. The jellyfish, they come through halfway through here, and then they drop stuff, and it could be anything: force power, shields, point bonuses, health swords. None of which is going to help you. Maybe a thermal detonator, but that's not going to last.
Yeah, I wonder, would a thermal detonator even really do much damage to this Hagabagabaga, whatever you call it?
Habogad.
Habagad.
Habogad. Habogad. I'd like some Habogad with my hummus, please.
I'd like some avocados and some avocados.
Ah, right, yeah. Some avocados from Avocados.
Okay, now we're not making any goddamn sense, but neither does this.
No. Maybe we can just go to the cantina, order some avocados, styled unlike Avocads.
And then the Kowler boss monster rears his head in from 50 feet away and he's on you.
I will say, this thing kind of reminds me of the giant mud crabs from Fallout 3. And I like that because I thought those were bad and scary as hell.
Yeah.
If you're wondering where the hell this thing pops up, it's basically the thing that tries to eat R2-D2. We just never saw its face, so the developers just went crazy with it.
Okay, that's just pulling something out their ass.
Well, at least it's a design. I actually kind of like the monster design. It looks intimidating. It's just...
It looks like a Star Wars monster, I'll give it that much.
Yeah. Oh, look, I've cut off pieces. I've cut off its eye.
Oh, good. Progress.
Yeah! Oh, I cut off its sinal cavity!
Got some more eyes left.
Oh, yes, this is not going to be... Oh, dear. So...
Hooray, we're actually hitting it.
Nope!
Oh.
And that's the game over screen. And I wanted to show you that, yes, if you use your password again, your continues do come back.
Well, thank God for that.
Yeah, seriously. And I did find out later on that passwords do not change relevant to how many lives, or your score, or how many continues you have. The only thing that changes them is the difficulty level you're on. So you can theoretically look up on GameFAQs, find the Jedi difficulty version of this level, and go into it.
I have a very interesting question to that assumption. Why?
Because I guess people are masochistic? I don't know.
I did Super Star Wars on Jedi. That was fine. That's just, hey, let's tinker with the health a little. This? No.
No. So I'm trying to use guard here, and it does work, but it doesn't work against anything else. Using guard does work on the Habogad. I don't show it in the video, but I remember I did use it on the Habogad, and it does work. But he just rushes past you anyway and kills you, so... Speaking of which...
Oh my god, you just
and that plant just dives back into my balls.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like... That's the Dagobah version of those fish in the Amazon that swim up your dick.
What?
Oh, you don't know about those?
I don't know if I want to.
There's a fish in the Amazon that's incredibly small, and when you're taking a piss, it will swim up your dick. Because it does that. Nature's an asshole.
God, the Amazon. This swamp, I swear to God. I thought Bayou Billy was bad. Jesus.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I mean, Bayou Billy, at least you can get past the first few levels. This place, no. Although... this place does have a few saving graces. One, we're going to get all the force powers here, and I will show that. Two, there is an area here where you can get about 3 extra lives. Or 2.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah, I just had to go and climb up here and avoid these fuckers. I got a force power here called Elevation. That was hidden up here.
Lovely.
So, we'll be seeing what that does in a bit. I'll be using it on the boss to see what the hell it does. I already have a good idea what it does, but I want to demonstrate it.
Yeah, Okay, so it's like get your powers. Now, if you game over it after you got the powers, it'd give you the password, and you put it in, and it'd still save that power, right? You don't have to go get it all over again.
If you game over, you have to go get them all again. But if you lose a life, they stay with you.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not completely unfair. Also, oh no, never mind. I keep forgetting. It all looks the same to me, so I kind of start getting confused. But basically, that ledge there I was talking about, that's where there's 2 lives and a blaster power-up. Why it gives you a blaster power-up, I don't know.
Blaster seems like it would help against this guy. I mean, you could, you wouldn't have to run up to his giant, gaping maw and try and spin slash.
True, but there's these little pill bugs that fuck with you all the time and push you around. Also, here's the elevation. It's literally just levitating. And if you use the lightsaber jump spin, it works incredibly well in making lots of damage. Unfortunately, I didn't have a lot of force power-up, so that strategy went out the window quite fast.
See, I'm formulating the strategy in my head, even though you've obviously done something in the past here. But what if you were to just go around, cut off the eyes and the warts and the nose, and then use your levitation and just sort of hover over the mouth, like then it couldn't fly into you.
That would be a bad idea, but you would have to drop the levitation. You have to drop the elevation now and again in order to sort of go near the mouth and up again. So unless you're quite precise, it's not exactly a viable strategy. Not bad though.
Precise. So that's what this thing is about. Precision.
Yes. So I found a secret area at the top of the beginning of the level, and here we get a shit ton of power-ups.
Okay, this is kind of... They know you're gonna die, because you get the elevation earlier on. They goddamn know what they're doing.
Well, kind of. They're random. They're thrown all over the place, and yeah, the force powers are thrown everywhere. So I'm trying to get back up, because I want to demonstrate mind control.
What? That's not a Jedi power, that's a Sith power. What is this?
We haven't decided our path yet. Anyways, that's mind control. Enemies will turn away from us and attack someone else.
That's kind of impractical.
Saber control.
Okay, that on the other hand,
not
impractical at all. That actually seems like it'd be pretty damn helpful against the Hagabad.
Habogad.
Hagen-Dazs. I don't
know
name you've invented for him.
So, okay, the lightsaber control is a very good power. It's awesome but impractical. In the sense that it's very awesome and you can throw it around and it'll kill flight enemies like, say, jetpack stormtroopers. But, on the other hand, it drains the force meter very, very fast. So, you do get to use it, but not for a very long time.
See, we're trying to think of a interesting way. It's an interesting sort of thing that we got here, where it's like we're getting all these force powers, and we're trying to think, now how can we apply that and beat this godforsaken Hagabad?
Well, yeah. See, this is what I'm thinking. This feels like the Jedi training. This feels like going through the whole do or do not thing of constantly fighting this one boss until we learn the Jedi powers, and by God, I'm going to remember them by the time we use them again, which actually won't be for a very long time. So,
it's a very interesting redemptive reading, I'll give it that.
Yeah, it's oh, hey, next to life, because I got 50,000 points. So, that's the other thing.
Star Wars thing going here.
The music is very odd in this level. It's very random. You'll get occasional... Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's a blaster.
Yep,
you might want
sure
the
is a
flame
blaster.
blaster for this guy.
Yeah. So, the music is very odd. Sometimes the atmosphere stuff will come in, and other times you'll get the leitmotif of the Star Wars theme popping in now and again. So I discovered this other force power I picked up called Invisible. And I didn't want to use lightsaber control, so let's try this. It's invincibility!
Oh my god!
So I thought, aha, this is perfect! I can if I get into the hitbox of the Habogad, I don't get hit!
Yay!
So we finally found something that'll help. And you know what? It's a pretty good power. It's very good for sneaking through hordes of enemies. They do still know you're there, but they can't hurt you at all. And it doesn't drain as much as the lightsaber control does. So, yeah, this is a good power. Honestly, it's my second favorite power. And normally I don't like invisibility as a power in games. Unfortunately,
Well,
I
it's
ran
more-
out of that.
Yeah, it's more invincibility than invisibility.
Yeah. It's just, I guess the invisible is just an effect to show, hey, no one can touch you now.
Yeah. They could call it Force Shield Troll, we know, but then it'd still do the same thing.
The other problem with the Habelgard is that, depending on which side you're on, it'll immediately rush you from that side. So if you try and jump over it, you're going to get a face full of Habelgard. And, yeah, that was just on the edge of the hitbox.
But you got that invincibility power, so if you can manage to keep your Force power up for the entire fight, you might...
Yeah,
until you get to the fight, you might be able to... Oh my god, another one!
Oh yeah, there's more. I found way more.
How in the name... Why God? You
There's
really
like-
are becoming a Jedi Master.
There's like 10 power-ups you can get in this game of the Force.
And they're all in this goddamn level?
Yes! I'm gonna make... If I'm going to grind through this level again and again, I'm gonna damn well make sure I get everything. And also, unlike the blaster, as I said before, you get to keep all of them.
Yes. Good.
So, yeah. And you kind of want to use the elevation here because there's a crap ton of things you can find high up above. I'm just kind of grinding because sometimes these jellyfish guys drop Force power-ups.
Yes, those would be good.
So I just thought, fuck it, I'll just go up then. And hey, look, there's a whole section of stuff here. The elevation I picked up before. And yeah, the powers here.
Shield.
Invisible. Force power.
Gosh.
Lots of stuff here. These jellyfish though are relentless, so I kind of...
I'm seeing the names of these Force power-ups and sort of realizing what they would do. Whoa.
Deflection is the only Force power-up. I have no idea what it does, and no guides on the internet tell me what the hell it does either. I don't
You
know
need to
how
get yourself the instruction booklet.
Yes. I actually think I do have the instruction booklet still somewhere around here. You know what? I'll look that up and correct that. I just realized I saved my instruction booklets. So,
Good man.
yeah, I'll because I remember seeing it somewhere in the house, so don't worry.
This is actually sort of reminding me of another game. One that I don't know if you've played or not, but it's Ghouls and Ghosts for
Yeah.
Sega Master System.
Yeah, I like that game.
Yeah, well, the Sega Master System version, it's different from the others in that it gives you, like, a choice of power-ups you can get. 'Cause, like, instead of just finding, like, a piece of armor or a weapon in the chest, you find this door, and you go in and it's like, what do you want to upgrade? And you, like, upgrade your stuff, and you get to keep it.
Oh, yeah,
So-
it has a shop system. A lot of
Yeah,
Capcom
sort of,
games
yeah.
did that, yeah. Forgotten
Yeah,
Worlds is one of my favorite games that utilize that ability.
Forgotten Worlds, I've never really played Forgotten Worlds, but it had magic, too, depending on what helmet you bought, and you... like fire and thunder, and then there was shield magic, which basically made you invincible, and it was broken as hell. I mean, invincibility in a Ghosts and Goblins game, you can understand.
Yeah,
how good
that's
is.
definitely awesome.
And you could just use it anytime. It costs like 2 magic points, and your bar had like, oh god, 16
Wow.
points. So, and
That's
it lasted
awesome.
for a long time too. So you could just.
Oh, so I'm trying to show off another power here. And let's see, here we are. Cryo freeze!
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I now have all the Force abilities, and I decided to skip ahead because there's nothing else in the level I literally cannot show you this new. Cryo freeze isn't bad, and you'll see how it is against the boss, but it's good as a stop spell. I also learned another new power, healing!
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. It heals you. And, yeah, guess what I'm going to be using for the rest of this?
So, how's the rate of healing it gives you compared to force cost?
Quite good actually. For how much force power it gives you, it gives, alright, so whatever bar amount you get for using heal in force, twice that much is given back as heal in your, life bar.
Oh my god.
So you're getting double for your bar, I guess. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you...
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, and that doesn't sound really good.
Yeah, this is my favorite force power, because it's incredibly useful for every situation.
Yes. But the invincibility does have its moments, I guess, but health also really good. Especially against someone like this, who's just like, I got a big hitbox, I'm gonna hit you on the Hagabard.
I like how you give him the Southern Crawdad accent.
I'm gonna get you, because I'm a guy.
Oh, well, oh, hey, look, we've not seen those insides for a while.
Oh, we're making progress.
Oh, I think this might be the one.
Oh, can we get out of this godforsaken swamp?
Oh, just a little bit more, I promise, it'll be over quick.
For him.
No, I wish it was, because there's still that health bar to go. Look at that health bar, I still have to go through that.
And you're out of force healing.
Yeah, I'm out of healing power, so this is going to be quite a struggle. So, the other powers, I think I showed them all off. None of them have any particular uses, especially not in this battle. I don't think any of them actually affect bosses, other than the one that directly attacks, such as Saber Control, or... no, really, just that. I think that's the only one that directly attacks. So, I'm desperately trying to... Oh, for some reason I thought sliding was a good idea here, and I panicked.
Well, now you know in future.
Yeah, you can't slide past pill bugs.
Do or do not. There is no slide.
Nope, there isn't. So, now we end the final conclusion. After an hour's worth of training, I have made damn well sure that I can do this. And I also decided to see if I also decided to see if Cryo Freeze worked on this boss. It doesn't.
Works on his pill bugs.
It destroys his kill. It kills the pill bugs, so that's one good thing. And I'm trying to get to the heal, but I sort of panicked here and accidentally used it again. Which is, it's not bad, because Cryo Freeze doesn't use a lot of their voice power, so that's okay. It's quite a conservative power.
Seems like switching on the fly there could be difficult when in these boss fights. You can't pause and switch, huh?
Yeah, you have to actually select the force power while you're unpaused and moving. That's kind of a dick move. Especially because...
I don't know about dick move. It's just like...
Oh, no, okay, yeah, it's not a dick move, it's just slightly inconvenient. So, there is an actual tactic to this guy, and I'm going to explain it now because I'm actually doing okay here. What you have to do is, you have to wait until he's rumbling around like that, then jump up high when he's coming up, and just sort of do an arc jumping over his mouth as best as you can. You really have to utilize the actual height of your jump to really avoid that.
I see.
And so I'm being really careful here because I've run out of force power-ups here, and I'm really getting tired of this fight. Also, you can actually go down into the water in front of the stage if you, like, jump down. He will still hit you. The hitbox is actually that big. So...
My god.
Yeah. It's even more terrifying the fact that I'm eviscerating his essential organs. This is pretty bad. Well, ballsy. Yoda has some harsh training regimes here.
Yeah. Prequel movies got it all wrong. He doesn't put a bunch of little kids around to play with lightsabers. No, your ass is fighting the Hagabag.
Well, Anakin, you're gonna have to go to the Dagobah System and fight this. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. So, look how much damage I'm taking off of him with every strike I'm doing. That's a slow descent of the health bar.
Very slow.
He has a fucking massive health bar, and Mordado mentioned this in the thread. I really hate the new boss meter. It's so non-indicative of how much damage you're doing, and also no boss name. That gave us such uniqueness, you know?
Yes, it'd be nice to know what the hell this thing's name is.
The Habogad.
Habaka. I still can't get it.
Oh.
Habogad.
Yeah, I have problems with that too. So, 2 hits can kill me. I'm gonna stand up with this thing. I'm gonna damn well finish this bastard now.
You must use the Force. Feel it.
I already
flowing through
did
you.
many times. So I get so panicky about this one pill bug. He hits me. I'm trying to shoot him with a blaster, but it's okay. We're okay.
We're free.
We're out of Dagobah. We never have to go back.
Oh my God! What? We're Cloud City already? What?
Meanwhile, back in Cloud City. Well, not even back in, but yes. So tune in for Love and Betrayal, all above the clouds.